It's the greatest mine rescue of all time.
Never before had this many men been trapped that far beneath the surface.
33 miners trapped half a mile beneath the Chilean desert. Now, the inside story of the team that kept them alive found a way to reach them.
El tiempo era lo que más nos apremiaba.
Este es un trabajo de vida o muerte.
We need to get those guys up out of the ground.
And got them out.
I don't think we're heroes. We're only seeking the big prize that is saving 33 lives.
Chile's Atacama Desert. On August the 5th, 2010, 33 copper miners entered the San Jose mine, 20 miles northeast of the town of Copiapó. Later that day, disaster struck.
Cuando llega mi cuñada llorando y me dice, no, el Ariel, se derrumbó la mina, dijo, no saben si pueden sacarlo.
As soon as they heard the news, relatives rushed to the mine. Their worst fears were confirmed.
Sabía que la mina estaba mala. Sabía las condiciones que ellos trabajaban.
Officials had no firm news.
Así que apenas tengamos mayores antecedentes les vamos a informar.
Part of the mine seemed to have collapsed and 33 miners were missing. San Jose is over 100 years old. Beneath the ground, 10 miles of tunnels form a dense labyrinth. Some of the shafts are nearly a mile deep. If they were still alive, the miners could have been anywhere. Within hours, Chile's mining minister, Lawrence Goulbourne, was at the scene.
Indican que hubo un accidente donde hay 33 mineros atrapados. No teníamos más información.
Goulbourne appointed André Sugaray, head of Chile's largest copper mine, to lead the rescue operation.
La primera operación que hicimos fue de reconocimiento a la mina. Nosotros teníamos claro que hubo un movimiento.
Las rampas de acceso estaban bloqueadas con una roca muy grande. No era un derrumbe tradicional. Había bloqueado todas las posibilidades de acceso.
The rock was vast.
Tenía unas dimensiones, ya lo habíamos dimensionado, del orden de 135 metros de alto, 100 metros de ancho y unos 30 metros de profundidad.
It was a giant piece of granite, weighing over 700,000 tons. It was blocking the miners' exit nearly 1,600 feet down. Almost certainly, the rescuers would have to start drilling.
Y empiezan a transcurrir las horas y cuando sale el ministro dice que es más complicado de lo que se ve.
Goulbourne and Sugaray speculated that if the miners were still alive, they would attempt to make it to the only shelter, 2,300 feet down. But if they were there, how could the rescuers reach them? A mine rescue 8 years earlier provided a precedent and a possible plan.
Time is the enemy as emergency workers race to free 9 trapped coal miners. The men are stuck in a shaft 300 feet underground. A huge drill has been brought in to bore a hole and lower a basket to get them out. While the miners are in an air bubble.
Q Creek Mine, Pennsylvania, 2002. 9 miners were trapped, but no one knew exactly where.
48 hours on an emotional roller coaster ride.
The men were eventually found using borehole machines, mining drills designed to cut narrow holes through rock.
As soon as the survey was completed, they also had a local driller come in and put a small diameter hole, approximately a 6-inch diameter hole. and they began that immediately.
Chile's rescuers decided to try the same method.
La alternativa de sondaje era un cordón umbilical, una posibilidad, ¿no es cierto?, de poder en alguna buena medida meter oxígeno, alimentación, agua.
But it's a difficult technique, and the initial probes were inaccurate.
It's necessary to get the holes to the miners as fast as possible. And obviously, when you begin to drill faster, the accuracy of the hole can be compromised.
Y apuntarle a un refugio o una galería que está a esa distancia y que tiene una dimensión de 40 metros cuadrados, es como tratar de apuntar con un palo de 7 metros la cabeza de un alfiler.
It was an agonizing wait for the wives, anxious to know if their husbands were still alive. Relatives established a permanent camp at the mine. They called it Esperanza, hope. Within a week, further rockfalls rendered the entire mine unsafe. With rescuers no longer able to enter, the only remaining option was probe exploration. To the desperate relatives, closing the mine seemed like the authorities were giving up. The families demanded the right to go in themselves and search for their loved ones with pickaxes.
Son seres humanos los que están abajo, no los dejen ahí, por favor.
Surgían ideas y gente que proponía alternativas, la más obvia, entrar a la mina y rescatarlos por dentro.
As probe after probe failed to locate the miners, the rescue teams began to lose hope.
Sabíamos que había un refugio en donde había una cierta cantidad de alimentación, pero cuando ya van pasando los días, obviamente que el tiempo era lo que más nos apremiaba.
Every person that was here in the first stage had that idea in their minds, you know, that we were, at some point, we were just recovering bodies.
Finally, 17 days after the mine collapsed, one of the drills broke through an underground chamber.
Cuando se está perforando, el operador siente que la barra repentinamente cae.
Lo primero que hicimos fue escuchar a través, ¿cierto?, de las barras de perforación.
Y bueno, de inmediato la gente que estaba en la operación a poner el oído, ¿no es cierto?, con algo de contactar.
Cuando escucho algo tan tenue como esto.
The drill string was removed.
Y cuando van saliendo las barras y sale la penúltima barra donde ya viene el martillo, vemos una mancha roja con pintura. Y el sondajista que está al lado mío me dice, viene pintada la barra.
Tenemos vida abajo. Tenemos vida abajo, padre. No vamos a marchar, por favor. Fue la primera señal de que al menos uno estaba vivo.
Sabíamos que alguien pintó esa barra, sabíamos que había vida. No sabíamos cuánto, no sabíamos quién, pero sabíamos que había vida.
Inside Camp Esperanza, rumors began to spread. One of the drills had stopped, and when the others stopped, it was clear that something was going on. Then, the news that everyone had hoped for.
Sigue subiendo el martillo. Venía amarrado un mensaje.
El gaje rompió en la 44 a 3 metros de la frente. Mario Gómez.
Y en ese momento en que estamos preocupados en la carta, viene otro mensaje. Y metido en la cabeza del martillo, en un hoyo de los hoyos donde tira aire, venía introducido un papel que decía...
Estamos bien en el refugio de los 33.
esfuerzo que estamos haciendo va a valer la pena si encontramos a uno vivo. Por lo tanto, cuando ese uno se multiplica por 33, es que sonaba increíble.
33 minutes later, Chile's president, Sebastián Piñera, arrived at the scene to make the announcement that everyone had been waiting for.
En cada rincón de Chile, en cada ciudad, pueblo, hubo una celebración similar a la que existía acá.
The miners were alive. Now the challenge was to get them out. At Chile's San Jose mine, the 33 miners feared dead had been found. The race was now on to rescue them. 8 hours after the initial contact, phone lines were winched down in an improvised capsule nicknamed a Paloma, or pigeon.
Ahí se va. Larguera Paloma. ¿Aló? Atención, Mina. Hola. Sí lo escucho. ¿Quién habla? Está hablando el jefe Luis Ursúa. ¿Cómo se encuentran? ¿Cómo están? Correcto, estamos bien.
A few hours later, a fiber optic cable provided the miners' families with the first images of the husbands and fathers whom they'd feared lost. And the men were able to tell the story of their extraordinary survival.
Nosotros nos juntamos todos, que fue muy lindo y emotivo, y aquí en una de las tapas de un filtro de un camión hicimos una sopita muy rica por lo demás, y aquí venimos a tomar desayuno y a almorzar en varias ocasiones. Este es el estanque número 1. Tiene esa capita de cosas, nosotros la limpiamos, qué sé yo, y de aquí nosotros hemos ido sacando agua. Y con esta agua nosotros nos hemos mantenido.
Through the Palomas, doctors were able to administer the trapped miners nutrition, water, and emergency medicines.
Ahí estamos recibiendo una palomita, acá llega el alimento y llega todo lo que es correa. Acá tenemos, ahí viene la rica bebidita. Estamos pero totalmente otro nivel.
To guarantee the miners' fresh air supply, a second Paloma hole was used to pump refrigerated oxygen into the mine. But no one knew how long the miners could be kept alive. With the main mine shaft blocked, the only option was to drill. Rescue leader André Sugaray summoned the biggest drill on the continent, the Australian-made Strata 950, only one of 5 operating in the world.
Well, this machine is one of the most powerful raise drills in the world. It has roughly 2.5 million foot-pounds of thrust and about 800,000 foot-pounds of torque.
The Strata is a raise borer, a machine used to connect 2 levels in a mine. It's capable of boring a 26-foot hole through half a mile of rock.
We've done holes in Canada, 830 meters, 800 meters. It's just that here it's a little bit different, so it's a little more pressure on everybody involved. You're checking your figures, you're double checking your figures, you're making sure.